Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, why are Americans holding onto their cars much longer? Now, some time ago, I touched on this very topic. Seeing that we are in the business of automotive, it's good to keep you all informed of what's trending. And recent data indicates that Americans are holding onto their cars longer than ever before. The last average was about 8 to 10 years. Now it's up to about 12 years. And if you're a dealer or an individual seller, it's crucial to understand the underlying reasons for this trend, especially considering the current dynamics in the automotive sector and its broader economic impact. Brought to you courtesy of our fearless leaders here in the West. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that like button if you have to go before the ending of the video. The algorithm will really appreciate it. Now, let's get into our feature video.
Welcome back. A new report shows the average age of cars in the U.S. has hit a record high of about 12 and a half years.
All new for you this morning, 7 News reporter Maki Becker has some tips to help you protect your car from wear and tear throughout the years.
Let's turn back the clock 12 years to 2012. Barack Obama was re-elected president. Adele won the Grammy for Album of the Year, and the national average price for gasoline was $3.60. 12 years is also the average time Americans are now hanging on to their cars, the longest duration ever. I visited P-Tech's Automotive Career Training Program at Erie One Bosse's in West Seneca, where young people are learning to be mechanics. They had some great advice on how to keep your car running as long as possible.
Like every 6 months, bring it in for your tires to be taken off, balanced and everything. And just make sure that you're keeping up to date with your maintenance.
The rust is the real problem here. Cars will last forever if you take care of them. You know, do your oil changes every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Make sure your fluids are always topped off. Inspect your car. I mean, if something's obviously wrong, you'll notice. Don't ignore things. Like, don't ignore that thumping that you hear.
Daniel gave me an up-close look at what road salt does to the underside of a car.
All of this rust right here is not dangerous. There's no holes or obvious signs of like where it's gonna crack or anything. Up here, where the actual bottom of the bed is starting to rust out, that could be considered the start of a problem.
As cars age, they break down. So, you know, there's even a bigger need for repair on these aging cars. New cars are super expensive and payment plans last a long time, so people are choosing now to keep their cars longer. But with that being said, they're going to have more repairs.
In fact, according
It's really heartwarming to see the younger generation getting their hands dirty, and this is something that I've spoken about, that we need more younger generation into the skills trade, particularly the mechanics trade, because they are going extinct if you look at it, and then we have to find a way how to motivate them. But apart from the factors that they are talking about, we have to look at other factors influencing longer car ownership, which is number one, and that is the economic uncertainty and inflation. The ongoing economic volatility promoted particularly by the recent COVID-19 pandemic has led many consumers to adopt a more conservative financial stance. Uncertainty about future income and employment prospects makes people hesitant to take on new financial obligations such as car loans. And then there is inflation. Rising inflation rates have increased the cost of living, leaving less disposable income for new car purchases. And as prices for essential goods and services rise, consumers are more likely to defer major purchases, including a new motor vehicle, as a matter of fact. And this led to higher vehicle prices. The price of new cars has been steadily increasing due to supply chain disruptions, semiconductor shortages, and increased production cost. That was only recent. These factors make new vehicles less accessible to the average consumer, while used car prices have also surged and they remain a more affordable option compared to that of new cars. However, the high cost of both new and used cars encourages consumers to maintain their existing vehicles longer. Let's continue.
According to AAA, the average cost of maintenance for a new car is about $120 a month. One of my coworkers even has a 12-year-old car. This is Eileen Buckley, and we're inside of her VW Beetle.
This is my 2012 Yellow Bug, and I love it. My husband and I joke, we do call him Herbie. It's got more than 96,000 miles on it, but it just passed its inspection last week.
Eileen tells me she makes sure to get her car washed regularly to keep away the rust. Maki Becker, 7 News, Buffalo.
Advances in automotive technology and manufacturing have led to significant improvements in vehicle reliability and longevity. Modern cars are built to last a little longer with proper maintenance, reducing the need for frequent replacements. And then my area gives rise to better availability of quality parts and skilled mechanics, making it easier and more cost-effective for consumers to maintain and repair older vehicles. The thing is, many Americans and Canadians are already burdened with high levels of personal debt, including mortgages, student loans, and growing credit card debt. Adding a new car loan to their financial commitment is less appealing, prompting them to hold on to their current vehicles much longer. And the government keeps pushing and poking at us the awareness of environmental issues that has led some consumers to adopt more sustainable practices, including extending the life of their vehicles to reduce waste and the environmental impact of manufacturing new cars. There is a shift in demand, as increased demand for automotive parts and services as consumers focus on maintaining their existing vehicles. And this shift benefits auto repair shops like what you're seeing here, parts manufacturers and suppliers. And there is a strong demand for used cars, with dealerships focusing more on acquiring and selling pre-owned vehicles. Then the automakers have their own strategy. Automakers are adjusting their product lines to focus more on vehicles with longer lifespans and improved reliability. Hence the constant checks and balances when it comes to service recalls for specific issues. Some automakers also increase investments in aftermarket services and parts to cater to the growing need for vehicle maintenance. Now, manufacturers through the dealerships introduce new incentives to encourage new car purchases, such as extended warranties, lower financing rates, or trade-in bonuses, and there are technological advancements as well. We have continued investment in electric and autonomous vehicle technologies that may attract consumers to upgrade their vehicles in the future, but the immediate impact is limited due to the current high cost and infrastructure challenges, particularly for electric vehicles. Lower new car sales can affect automakers' revenues and profitability, potentially leading to cost-cutting measures, including layoffs or reduced investments in innovation. Just ask Tesla, who recently laid off 10% of its global workforce. And this will have long-term economic ripple effect, as auto dealerships and related businesses in local economies may experience lower sales volumes, impacting employment and economic activities in these areas. Now, to wrap up, Americans' tendency to hold on to their cars longer is driven by a combination of economic uncertainty, high vehicle prices, improved car durability, high consumer debt levels, and environmental concerns. And this trend has significant implications for the automotive sector, now including shifts in demand towards parts and services, changes in automakers' strategies, and broader economic impact. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. And if it runs well and is fully maintained and maintained properly, it will last a considerably long time. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. And if it runs well and is maintained properly, it will last a considerably long time. I have a 29 Chevy Cruze. I'm looking to change my car in the very near future, but I'm certainly not going to pay double the interest rates today than what I paid 4 years ago. No, thank you. I will nurse it until it decides to part ways with me and until my pocketbook can actually manage the type of interest rates that are out there, but I will still continue to wait. As usual, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.